So some signs I see that may lead to divorce obviously could be if one or both spouses are cheating. Another thing that we often see is when spouses have repeatedly tried marriage counseling and have not been successful. We also see spouses who have begun to separate some of their finances or who have started to live separate lives. So, those are some of the things that we know might be leading to a divorce. Another thing we see often leading up to a divorce could be multiple arguments between the spouses. Other issues we see when leading up to a divorce could be that these parties have previously filed a divorce, have tried to reconcile, and have been unsuccessful at that reconciliation. Other areas that we see that might be a sign that a marriage is leaning towards a divorce could be if one party has taken a different job and that job requires them to be often away from the marital residence or out of state. A lot of times we see distance with parties during those types of relationships. So often people come to me about a divorce and they tell me that their spouse has changed. They don't talk as much as they used to. They don't do things together as often they did. So there's patterns in the marriage that are changing, and a lot of times those change patterns will be leading to a divorce. And it could be that the other spouse has checked out of the marriage. It could be that they are cheating and they just don't want to tell their spouse what's really going on. So I always tell people start looking for change patterns in the other spouse's behavior. So, one thing that we see that is indicative that a marriage is headed towards divorce is people start sleeping in separate bedrooms when they commonly used to share one bedroom. Or one spouse has moved to a different side of the house. So that's often signs that that marriage might be headed towards a divorce. So often people come to me and they say they want a divorce because they just no longer get along with their spouse like they once did. And a lot of times they can't give me a specific reason, but that could mean that one or either spouse is cheating or that they've just checked out of that marriage. People come to us with signs of leading to a divorce, and a lot of times that is that one spouse is being very emotionally abusive to another spouse, or they are in some way trying to control that spouse. And that can be through different things such as financial controls. They won't give them access to bank accounts or to just basic general financial information. So a lot of times that can let us know that this marriage is leading to a divorce. So if you're concerned that your spouse is not acting the same or things have changed in your marriage, such as sleeping in separate bedrooms, or your patterns and behaviors of your spouse have changed, or you know your spouse is cheating, or there's any kind of emotional abuse or financial controls going on, if you see any of those signs that may lead you to believe that your marriage is headed towards a divorce and you want to talk to somebody, please feel free to give us a call at Mandy Hancock Law, and we will be glad to schedule a consultation and see how we can help you.